What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your February 2020 reading. This is going to be for your Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Now, remember, it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, so definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, your Venus. Those messages may make a little bit more sense this month, okay? I want to thank all of you guys for coming here. If you're new, what's up? My name is Danny. If you're returning, what's up? I hope you guys had an amazing, Capricorn season. I hope your birthdays were beautiful. But let's talk about what's going on now. Before I get into that, I do want to say I just did a Mercury retrograde video that people can get a little bit more knowledge on what that actually means. I know it's a very trendy topic, but I feel like a lot of people I talk to still really don't even know what that is. If you are interested in that, I will put the link below in the description box and you can check that out. It may just be helpful because I do feel like since this Mercury retrograde in particular is going to be retrograding in Pisces, there's a big chance there's a lot of heavy emotion going on right now. And so I give a little bit of advice and tips on how to handle things, just, things to keep in mind during Mercury retrograde season, so that may be helpful for you. So definitely check it out. Okay, let's get into your reading. I'm sorry, I have to take a deep breath. I just feel like this is kind of intense. I feel like Capricorn, some of you guys have maybe not even been feeling like yourself lately due to, could be anything, right? I pulled 9 cards, and out of the 9, you got 5 major arcana. This is a big time for you guys. You got the Hermit, you got the Magician, you got the Moon, you got the Devil, you got the Temperance card. Oh, 6 technically. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the High Priestess. There's been something that you guys have been sitting on for quite a while that it's like it becomes so clear this month. And with that High Priestess energy, that's very much connected to like Pisces energy, but it's about having a knowing. Whatever it is that's been on your mind, Capricorn, this isn't something that you can look at a stats report and make the decision. This isn't something that you can look at. It comes from something way bigger than just on paper, right? This is how you feel, and this is how you've been feeling. And so this is really a month where I think a lot of you guys are really going to take certain leaps and take certain matters into your own hands, especially if they're things that have been having you stuck, a little paranoid, a little bit unknown, a little bit of that confusion. Now, you guys are starting out with the Hermit card. Hermit, 9 of Wands, and the Magician card. Now, it's interesting. I just did Cancer's reading, which they are your polar opposite sign, and they got the Hermit card first up. And I'm kind of getting the same message along with them. Now, of course, there could be a Virgo on your brain, right? Hermit card does represent the sign of Virgo, but what it represents is also, again, using, diving deep and really pulling out that wisdom that's deep within you to figure out your truth. Hermit card, all that blue, it's very much connected to truth. It's very much connected to knowing. And it's really interesting. You got the Hermit and the High Priestess together. Those are very spiritual, very knowing, very divine, deep diving ass energies, right? And like I told Cancer, there is a need for you to think outside of how you would think. You know what I mean? Think outside of yourself a bit. It's interesting you got that as the first card, and we're in Aquarius season. And just like I told Cancer, Aquariuses are rebels, right? They are ruled by Uranus, or Uranus, however you want to say it. They are that sign that tears down structures, old structures that don't work. They are the sign that jumps out of the box to do something new. And so for you guys, whatever you've been stuck on, I think it really goes against a lot of what you guys naturally think you should do, or like what society thinks you should do, or whatever traditions and morals and things that you felt like you've always upheld, right? It's a tricky space for you guys to be in, because again, whatever it is that you've been trying to make the decision based on, you can't look on a report and make the decision. You can't look to what everyone else is doing. It's really about what is working for you, what's right within you. There's a lot of healing that needs to go on too with you guys coming from this space, right? Now you've got the King of Swords, which is clarifying this card. Again, that is air energy, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And I think it's really important with what you find works for you, with whatever your truth is, whatever it is that you guys need to heal from a certain situation, whatever it is that you need to feel better. You have to do the uncomfortable thing and just speak it. You have to, because that's what the King of Swords is all about. He's very direct. He's very honest. And, you know, that could be a hard energy to take for certain people, because they could feel harsh, or they could feel like that person's being mean or whatever. And in many cases, I feel like some of you guys have been feeling like you're kind of being looked at as a monster right now. And no, you're not. You're being fair to you, finally. It's not about what you think you should be doing. And I think for a lot of you guys, you've been in a position where you've been doing what you've been thinking you've been needing to do for a really long time. And how has that been treating you? How has that been working out for you? Not so hot. Because I will say, at the end of the day, your last card, you got the Six of Swords. You guys are walking away from something. Some type of something that hasn't been working out for you guys for quite some time. Now, if you guys are dealing with a Virgo, if there's a Virgo that's on your mind in your space, look at how that Nine of Wands is looking at the Hermit card. I feel like you are curious, but you are also scared. There is a tread lightly kind of energy. You are, because you've been through it. You've been through it all. You're tired. You don't want to be heartbroken again. But also with the Magician card, I feel like you see this person, there's something about them. You see them as a doer, which is very attractive to you. So that's for certain of you. It's not for everybody. But the Five of Swords is what's clarifying that Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands, again, that's an energy of, I've been through the fight, I've been through the battle, I've been through the struggle, ouch, my head is a little banged up, I will still continue on, I will still fight. And the thing with the Five of Swords is you don't want to have that fight. So it's like, I don't know if this is pertaining to relationships, and let's say you guys are with someone, you guys have probably been very standoffish with one another. There probably hasn't been very much communication. I feel like there's one person who's looking at the other like, you know what, I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to do this. And there's another person that's just kind of like tiptoeing around. Could be. But there's a very big indicator of whatever it is, whatever struggle you've been dealing with lately, Capricorn, you are ready to put it down. And you are really honoring yourself and really being true to yourself in terms of what you need, what you expect, how you want to go moving forward. And that's really, really important to you right now. And I don't want you to feel bad about that right now if it requires a hard decision that maybe is going to make other people around you feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Now you've got the Strength card that's clarifying the Magician. Beautiful. Things are going to turn around. You guys are, it's really interesting. I think the end of January, I don't know that it was so great for a lot of you guys. I don't know that it was such a great time. I don't know that emotionally you were in the best space, but I will say, by honoring yourself, by really finding what is true to you, what's going to work for you, you are putting yourself in the best position to, towards the end of this month, really going into like, you know, Pisces season and like March, feeling more like yourself again. Because I feel like a lot of you guys have been feeling a little bit depleted and not like yourself, right? Energy's been low. You've been super tired. And it's not even that you've been super tired. I think you've been super depressed for a lot of you guys, okay? Now you've got the Moon card, you've got the Eight of Wands, and you've got the Page of Swords. Snooping. There's someone who's snooping on you. for sure. There's someone who's checking out maybe your social media. Could be your partner that you're with, could be someone completely different. Could be someone younger than you. But let's jump to the moon card first. So the moon card, that's Pisces energy, right? Again, I feel like, so Aquarius season might have you a little bit in your feels and a little bit in your thoughts, right? Really trying to find solutions, just trying to figure things out. Once Pisces season hits, I think you guys are going to want to make a lot of moves, but I want you to be mindful and slow down. Mercury will be retrograding into Pisces, and during Mercury retrogrades is not the best time to start anything new. So let's say you are eyeing someone. Maybe there's someone new in your life that is coming around. It's not the best for you to start something new, like jump into a new relationship, if that's what that has to do with. I think that this is a really good time for you guys to be taking things slow. Knight of Pentacles, really learning all over again, learning about yourself, learning about your needs, your wants. I think it's almost like a time, there's so much that's going to be coming up for you guys that is going to be brand new and feel very green. And I think a lot of you guys are in a place again where you really don't even know what's to come. I think there is a definite big push that, you have to do something, and you have to do something different, because what is working or what has been going on for you lately is not working for you. But there is this mystery surrounding it, like, but I don't know what that's going to look like. And that is a little bit scary for you. However, take your time. This is a great time to meditate. This is a great time to be one with you. Do the little funny little self-care practices. Do the affirmations. Do the talking in the mirror. Do the things that make you feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more stable. Because again, I feel like a lot of you guys lately have been feeling a little bit off of your game. Right? There is this need, and there is this want, and there is this internal push for a lot of you guys for a new beginning, right? Fool card clarified, or I'm sorry, the Eight of Wands clarified with the Fool card. But take your time. Your new beginning is coming. I just want you guys to really be present for what's going on now, because that is really, really important to you. Or for you. There's a lot of lessons to be learned right now. And I suspect that I'm feeling like end of March, beginning of April, things are going to really start to pick up again. Things are really going to start to pick up again. So if things have been feeling like they've been dragging or a bit slow, there's going to be communication. There's going to be movement. Some of you guys are literally moving, but I don't feel like that is now. I feel like now you are doing the planning. Let's say if you're with someone and you guys are splitting up, I think right now is the time where you're doing the planning, you're looking for homes, you're mapping everything out so that when the time comes, you are able to, and it's just an easy flowing thing. And I think it will be. I think the hardest thing about all of this is the overthinking and the emotional aspect of it. But you guys are strong and you'll get through this. And again, like I said, come Marchish, mid-Marchish, I think you guys will be feeling a lot stronger, feeling a lot more like yourself. Okay? Oops. Nine of Swords, clarifying the Page of Swords. Again, this is a very young energy, but what it is, pages happen more on the cusp of new things. So there is a communication, there is a talk that is needing to be had. I feel like this is something that has been on your brain, or on maybe the person that you're needing to talk to's brain over and over on repeat, but no one's really done anything and taking the steps to really clear the air, right? To cut through the clouds, cut through the bullshit, get to the meat. That is going to be happening for you guys. And so let's say if there's a little bit of weirdness about, let's say if it's a job offer, not knowing where, if that's really a thing, or whatever. Let's say if it's a relationship and not knowing how you guys are going to move forward or move apart in this, there will be a conversation that comes to the surface, and that will clear the air for you guys a lot. And I think that, let's say if this is a situation where there's a split, it will allow you to move on and amicably. Okay. Now, you've got the Devil, you've got the Temperance, you've got the Six of Swords. Again, you guys will be feeling a lot like yourselves again. I feel like a lot of you guys, unfortunately, have not been. I feel like there's been something that you've been holding on to, vacillating back and forth. What do I do? What is right? But what works for me? But I don't want to be here. But I don't want to do this. But I don't want to be the monster. I don't want to be all these things, right? Again, you will find yourself feeling a little bit more complete, but also with the Devil, yes, that is your card. Yes, that is your, that represents the sign of Capricorn. But there is this decision, right, as I say it, that you need to make in terms of cutting dead weight. Whether that's a person, whether that is a job, whether that is a bad habit that you have, whether that is whatever it is that's making you feel bound, and not in a cute way. Like bound in a way where you just feel stuck, you can't move, you can't breathe, you're unhappy. It's important that you take the sword and make the decision. Cut through the chains, right? Cut through. And I think that you guys will be doing that. So if there's been something that you guys have been trying to decide for a long time, which it feels like quite a while now, especially with this Temperance card, I just see you guys walking away from something. And for a lot of you guys, it feels like it's relationships. Yep. It's been a long time coming. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is that energy. It's walking away. It's walking away from something and it's walking into something new. Ooh, the sun. I know that's right. Okay. So Eight of Cups I love because it's walking away without like a grudge. It's walking away without like, it's just walking away. And it's like I put in all this time, I put in all this love, I put in all this effort. I can walk away now knowing that I tried everything that I can without feeling horrible about it, with, and being true to myself still. And that's really, really important for you guys, because it's important, you guys are a sign, like you guys really care about your integrity. Like, you're not trying to make a splash and make a scene and be dramatic and do all these things. Like, you want to do what's right. And I think that a lot of you guys have been battling with that for quite some time. But again, even though this time has been hard for you guys, I want you guys to pay special close attention to each day, each feeling, each thing that you are feeling and going through, because there are lessons to be learned in it. And ultimately, those are going to help you in the future. It's going to help you in the future. You're going to look back at this moment, which is, again, for a lot of you guys, it feels like a tough moment, but you're going to feel so blessed about it. Six of Swords, walking away from something turbulent to go to where the water's a little bit more clear, things aren't as choppy, right? And taking the lessons with you. We've got all these swords. The swords are thoughts, communication. It's our lessons. It's things that we've learned along the way. So this is about you guys taking those lessons with you and moving to something else. Some of you guys are physically moving coming up. I don't feel like the move is actually happening in February, but I feel like it's apparent. Oh, February, like you're saying the words, I'm moving. I'm getting out of here. I got to change something. It's like you're almost having the epiphany, like, okay, this has to change. I can't anymore. I am dying inside. And then there's other options, right? Seven of Cups, that's all about options, but it's also about making sure that you're very clear on what it is that you want to do. So again, this is a time to not rush anything. Don't make any, huge splashes right now. Right now is the time to look at the details, do the proper planning, that Knight of Pentacles energy, so that when the time comes, you can just be out of there and it's good. You know what I mean? But be very clear now so that you can have that when it's time, right? Very, very clear. And Sevens in Tarot are all about that inner questing. I think a lot of you guys are doing a lot of inner work. I think a lot of you guys are maybe, whether that's therapy, talking to people that you love, reading books with good material, whatever it is, there is a sense that through all of this stuff, you're working on yourself. So it's not going to be in vain. And if you're worried that you're going to find yourself in the same type of situation in the future, you're not. Like, everything is going to be fine. And then to close that out, we've got the Victory card with the Six of Wands. Beautiful. So again, things may feel a little bit heavy right now, but if you guys lead with really looking out for you and really being honest with yourself about what is going to make you happy and really applying that in your life, you will find yourself in a much better space, especially come March, especially come April. Okay? So, 2 cards fell out. Gratitude list. If you have Cancer in your chart or you're dealing with the Cancer, definitely watch them. Okay? They got gratitude lists too. And I think they got 6 of Swords too. Anyway. Okay. So exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Again, I feel like some of you guys have been just feeling very like, bleh, right? So, the key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun, meaningful activity so you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. Okay, get out there, get active. The quickest way to change emotion is through motion. Okay? Okay, and then you guys got gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who you're grateful for right now. Wait, what and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover amazing generosity of this universe. Yes, so looking around you, even if things are feeling a little uncomfortable, a little wonky, being mindful and being grateful for the things that you do have, right? Even when we're in a bad space, there's so many things that are around us that are beautiful that we can be grateful for. And that's how you generate more of that, okay? Now, 2 love cards popped out. So you got keep an open mind and past life relationship. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, okay? So keep an open mind. And then past life relationship, you have known each other before. Boom. So some of you guys, if you're connecting with someone new, especially that feels like just comfortable right away, it's a very high chance that this is someone that you've known in a past life. And that's why you guys are just like connecting, right? And that's really beautiful. So I love you all. Please let me know how this resonates. I'm hoping that you guys have an amazing February and I'll talk to you later. Bye, Cap.